Just when you thought he would not go away, it looks like Lia Thomas is still trying to exercise his privilege and his entitlement as a man to continue to cheat in women's sports. So he enlisted a Canadian firm to try and challenge rules against male cheaters in women's swimming. And that includes the Olympics, because this son of a bitch wants to be in the Olympics. This 6'4" despicable human being that has exposed himself in front of women and shouldn't be in jail, not hailed. He should be jailed, not hailed. He's trying to get the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Switzerland to overturn rules. Lots of luck with that. You go ask our favorite cheater, Caster Semenya, how that worked out. No, Thomas, you need to find an honest living, whether it's digging ditches or coaching men's sports or something, but not go and fucking cheat. Think you have a right to fucking cheat. And I don't care if I use the F word. Thomas's triumph in the 500-yard freestyle event in Atlanta, Georgia. Remember, that was where Kelly J. Keene, I believe that was the famous, where she made the famous quip about, I'm not a vet, but I know what a dog is. Anyway, that event was sparked a major furor in the United States and beyond his participation in women's races. In other words, his cheating. Yeah, the ugly fallout, which continues to this day, includes accusations that he's been allowed to use women's locker rooms and expose himself. He should be in jail, not hailed. And there's actually, where the hell is it? I guess I didn't do it. Well, what the hell? Yeah, The Guardian also had an article about the same thing. And believe it or not, this person was a lot more fair and not catering to the pronoun shit. Except in quotation marks. The U.S. swimmer Lia Thomas, who rose to global prominence by becoming the first man to win an NCAA women's college title, is taking legal action in a bid to compete again in elite women's sports, or female sports, including the Olympics. He has not swum since World Aquatics introduced the new rules in 2022, which prohibit anyone who has undergone any part of male puberty from the female category. Before then, men were able to compete if they lowered their testosterone levels, which of course doesn't change the fact he's 6'2" or 6'4", and he's massive. In a scientific policy document that informed its decision, World Aquatics said that swimmers such as Thomas retain significant physical advantages in endurance, power, speed, strength, and lung size, and height, I might add, from undergoing male puberty, even reducing their testosterone levels through medication. Of course, he's a man. Thomas, who was a moderate, don't you love it? Moderate. He was a shitty swimmer in the male category before cheating, has now recruited the Canadian law firm of Tyre to take the case to case to Court of Arbitration for Sport in Switzerland. He ain't gonna win. And if he does, women have the option to refuse to compete with him. Refuse to compete. However, where the hell? Because the 25-year-old is not currently registered with U.S. Swimming, it's understood that the case is highly unlikely to be heard before the Paris Olympics. And by the time if the Heat was allowed to do it, he'll be over the hill. Which, of course, most of these dudes are. Anyway, to begin with, who want to cheat. Thomas has always denied transitioning to get ahead. He couldn't cut it. The biggest misconception, I think, is the reason I transitioned. Shit, you didn't transition to the damn thing. Just a cheat. Anyway, so that was that. And let's see. Is there anything? Oh, God. Yeah, this was awful. You know, women need to knock this off. They need to quit catering to men in any way. And that's not man-hating. That's just being sane. You don't do it. Quit pandering to your porn-fueled boyfriends or husbands. In fact, if they're ridiculing you because, well, first of all, it's not a designer vagina. They're talking about labia. So they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And second of all, if men are that screwed up, they need to be dumped. They just need to be dumped. And now she's ruined her life, and so she says in this article. A woman who's been left with permanent medical problems following botched, I'm going to say vulva surgery, or labiaplasty, that's probably what it is, says the operation has made it painful for her to have sex, and it means she may never have children. Vanessa Vaughn from Melbourne described her hellish experience, revealing that a marriage breakup and cruel comments from an ex-partner made her believe she needed a labiaplasty. Oh my God. This is the result of porn culture. And we need to stop it. Need to just stop it. The bungled labiaplasty, which is cosmetic surgery to change the appearance of the vagina. It isn't the vagina, it's the vulva. Okay, vagina's inside. Vulva, labia are outside. Amputated her entire labia minora and removed her clitoral hood. How far-fetched is this, or how far removed is this from good old female genital mutilation in the third world? How different is this? It isn't. It's just as stinking destructive. So anyway, she says she discovered her then husband had been cheating on her and had led to a deep sense of insecurity about her appearance. So it's her fault that he went out and cheated on her. Well, it was his fault. It's all on him, not on her. It had been bothering me for a little while, a long time, as an ex-boyfriend of mine of over 20-odd years said it was the worst vagina he'd ever seen. Well, first of all, if he said it was a vagina, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's not likely he saw very many vulvas. So, go to hell. Go to hell, bastard. So the surgeons I looked at were charging between $6,000 and $8,000, and that's Australian dollars, presumably. This particular doctor I found was charging $3,500 odd, she said. His specialty, or his website was like labiaplasty specialist, and he's the best, he's this, he's that, and you know, he actually spoke to me on the phone, and I thought, wow, what great customer service. Jesus Christ, I can't read on to this. And of course, she got all butchered. But this is porn culture. And how many more victims will there be over that? So that will be it. I mean, I had to talk about Lia Thomas, ramble a little bit about him. And so anyway, this is going to be it for today.